The Reds we see, come on, let's do it. Corey, how you doing?
Good, bud. How are you, Dan?
I'm good. I have a beverage in hand and lots to talk about.
Lots going on.
This is our show to start the season, just before it starts, coming up this Saturday. How you feel?
Yeah,
you good?
A lot to look forward to. We had a nice reset in the off season, I think.
Just a little one, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, there wasn't much going on.
No, just a little. It was like there was a blender, and somebody hit play on the blender, and where everything landed, there's a big mix-up. What did we have? We had how many players leaving?
33 left and 12 came back. That's what it feels like.
Right. There's some old faces, some new faces, and some new old faces.
All right, let's start with an old face that came back. That's important to me. We re-signed Osorio,
Yes.
and I think that's pretty big.
That's huge. That's that's the past, the present, and the future right there.
I hear you.
Right.
Man. Do you think had Canada performed better at World Cup, Osorio would have come back if there had been some...
You would have had some more offers elsewhere?
I'm sure there were some, but
Well, there were some people who ended up signing overseas, right?
This is true. All right, let's talk about what's more important. The ones we did get in.
It was a
So we got two, what do they call them? Free agents.
Mm-hmm.
Hedges,
Right.
which we needed some center back fillage.
Yep.
But we needed
We need center
needed
backs.
center backs.
Yep.
He's not filling a hole. He's filling a massive gap.
Yes.
The other big signing was we said goodbye to Bones and Q,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought in the second free agent, who was Johnson.
Very excited about that for sure.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing. It's gonna be one of two ways though. Clearly, he is going to be the number one, or is the New York City Magic done with? You know what I mean? But very excited to see what he can bring to this club for sure.
I mean, it's got to be there. I
Yeah.
mean, they've spent some money on him. They really courted him. It's funny. I guess if you come to Toronto and they really want you, they make sure Drake's in the same restaurant.
He is the liaison to the Toronto sports world.
I just want somebody to come in and go, I don't even like that kind of music.
Who is that guy?
I don't care. Can't you bring me Geddy Lee from Rush or something?
Yeah. He lives up the street.
He'd probably be more willing. Who knows? But there is a list. Diamande coming in as striker.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, they just got rid of Jimenez, Jesus Jimenez. So we're really thin on striker. I'm thinking Ayo Akinola and Diamande. That's it.
The clear number one spot's definitely open. That's for sure.
Do you think it's open?
I think so. I think it's going to breed competition. That's for sure.
Yeah, okay.
sure.
Well, Diamande, if he can come back to his LA days here, we're laughing.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't, and Ayo Akinola doesn't get out of that rut that I think he's in,
He's got to stay healthy too. That's a big thing.
let's move on. Petrata. He is he's in the back.
Yes.
I don't know anything about this guy.
Honestly, no.
Just so you guys know, we don't know much about anything. We're just two fans just shooting the shit about our favorite team. Petrata, he plays on the wing, doesn't he? But like at the back.
I think so. I'm pretty sure so.
European. He came from... Jeez, this is bad.
Don't
research.
you have that in your notes?
No, I don't have notes. I have names. I mean, shit, this is my full-time gig.
We apologize to the players' names whose we butcher and forget their backstories.
All right, so our newest one is just the other day, and he's part of the trade with FC Dallas, and Jimenez going to FC Dallas with an international spot to FC Dallas, and we're covering still a part of Jimenez's wage.
And we're going to hold some of his contract back.
Why are we holding somebody's wages again? I don't know. Anyway, it's Cervania.
Yep.
Cervania. Who knows? I'll wait for the commentators to say it. This just happened the other day. Yesterday, I think.
I think so, right after the
Or 2
the
days
game.
ago. And then a
Familiar face.
TFC legend,
Yeah.
Vasquez came in.
Vasquez coming back.
Coming home. So I'm thinking super sub, training the younger ones. I'm
A guy that's been there is going to show the people who hasn't, maybe.
I have no problems with Vasquez coming back. I like the idea as long as he's on a very low wage. And I'm
not
sure
a-
there's going to be like a future deal set up here for him. Like something like you come finish with us and there's a job in the office or with the coaching staff or something. Now, I think he can come in for at least 30 minutes plus every game, and his football IQ alone.
That's it, right?
Is
He's
worth
going to
it.
be playing off that. I think he's going to be, a lot of the younger guys are definitely going to be learning, they're going to be paying close attention to the way he plays.
Well, if they don't,
For
they're
sure.
just twits. Come on now.
Back down to 2 for you.
So that's what I am aware that we've brought in. I'm sure there's some
There's probably still some in the works.
some lower noticeable names, maybe from TFC2 that I'm not paying attention to yet. Maybe I'm just scarred from the last year with watching some of the youngins. I'm not sure, but on paper, our starting 11 looks pretty freaking good. But I'm seeing zero depth, and we were promised before preseason started that the whole thing was that have everybody in by the second half of preseason.
Right.
So yeah, they've signed a lot of players here. That's like 7-8 players, including Osorio coming back and staying with us. But I don't see any depth. Not just depth. I don't see a full team as promised.
Yeah.
We still have an open DP. We haven't used any concept of the U22. I don't know.
Well, there was a couple. There was the draftee, and then there was a couple of TFC players in the preseason tournament. TFC2 players, I should say. So they are getting their looks. It's just a matter of what they end up doing with it, right?
Yeah, but a full team in MLS is 3 DPs.
You're not going to.
When was the last time TFC had 3 DPs?
Yeah, right.
2019?
Something like that.
And
one of them decided to be on the bench. Well, not decided, but you know what I mean, right? He would play a game and then he'd be out for 3 months. Whatever the case is.
Preseason is what it is. We didn't win any games. But I remember years past when we did very well in preseason and sucked during the season.
So there's never a
nothing
true
to be-
correlation
yeah,
there, right?
No. The one game I did get to see was the one they actually broadcast. It wasn't impressive
No.
at all. But
There's still the wintertime rust to come off.
no, but there was things in there like if Insigne had actually connected with the ball like he is capable of, scoreline would definitely be different. I did not know that preseason in MLS uses VAR.
That's
It
news
uses
me.
it to not call penalties. And it uses it to take away goals.
Yeah.
There was a goal taken away from Diamande that was pretty. So I mean, preseason is what it is. Getting ready for the season and hoping for the best from the players. But I don't know.
VAR is another conversation. It's a deep rabbit hole, and a lot of you know how I feel about that.
I'm excited. I just hope there's a gel. I don't know. I've been a long time TFC fan from the beginning, and I'm really sick of waiting until July to see the full team not every season,
Yeah.
but it's like, come on.
Last year's tryout went half a season for the young guys, right? Like,
We'll see what happens. All right, let's move on. This is the most important thing.
he came over in the trade from FC Dallas, right?
You're right, yeah. This is the new home kit.
Yeah.
That
There's not much to say about it. It wasn't one of the best kits released by the MLS this year.
Not even close, man. I don't know. I just thought I can't wait to get to the matches and go, come on, you Onyxes!
Which, by the way, we're gonna have to change our name to the Onyx.
Come on,
the Onyx we see. Yeah, it's no longer the Reds, right? We're the Red Shoulders.
The Red Shoulders.
Sunburn.
Yeah, come on.
Oh man. So, you know what? Maybe it'll grow on me, or grow on us. And
I when I first saw it, I thought that would make a really nice second kit.
yeah, it's not a bad jersey. It's just not a home jersey.
Well,
right?
we're called the Reds.
Mm-hmm.
So having this, even the back of the kit,
Is Onyx.
call it what it is, black or gray. I mean, these fancy Onyx words. I mean, I don't know.
Adds flair to the jersey. It culturizes it.
Is that what you call it, flair?
I guess so.
I don't know. We have the most expensive player in MLS history in Lorenzo Insigne, which when you bring in these big names and star power, one of the things the team and the management is thinking, look at how many jerseys we're going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the jersey they give us.
Yeah. And the reviews that I've read, a lot of people are choosing to save their money, you know? We'll see what happens in the next...
Lost opportunity. Now, it is, to be fair, it is always different when you see them on the players.
That's it.
But with this, it don't look the same, and I'm not buying the shorts because I would look silly.
Yeah.
And then the socks, and
Right.
then I mean it's
The
already
socks
bad
are
enough.
Onyx, too.
It's already bad enough that I'm an old man. That there's Dad again with his socks and his slippers on, walking down the street with his red shorts and his what's that called, Onyx jersey.
So
Missed opportunity, I'm thinking, by the management of going with. Now I know a season seat holder from day one was involved in the design. I kind of wonder, were they actually told that this was the home kit they were working on, or
how that conversation went?
I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, maybe it'll grow on me. Like the away kit. The away kit, when that first came out, I was not a fan.
Oh, the split.
Yeah, and it's not my favorite, but I like it more than I did when I first saw it. Once it hits the field, it's got a certain feel to it, right?
Well, once it's been on the field for 30 out of 34 games, where they drill it into you that's what you like. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So we're in agreement as of today. We're not fans of the new kit.
Yeah.
Okay.
With option.
With option to change our mind. It's kind of like listening to a song. God, I don't think I like this. And then a month later, it's like, I can't
When it's on
get this
repeat
one out of my
forever.
head. Well, that's how it works. Are we even going to see the split screen from last year, or is it just going to be the Where's Waldo jersey?
Yeah. And then, well, maybe we'll get more games this year when it comes down to the new playoff format.
All right, so there you go. You segued right into it. The new playoff that came out just now, and first off, MLS in their statement says, building on the popular one and done format.
Yeah.
Who are they talking to? Who are they asking for this one and done? Because everyone I've spoken to and everyone that I read up on in forums and Twitters and stuff that I follow, nobody is a fan of the one and done.
No.
Yet, building upon the popular,
And then they go from building upon the popular one and done to the nobody asked for best of three.
but just for one layer.
Yeah.
Just for
It's a one and done to get into it.
And it's funny, they call it round one.
Mm-hmm.
There is no round 2 of best of 3.
No.
So there's now 9 teams on each side, the East and West, into the playoffs. There's 29 teams in 2023. 18 get in. What is that? 70%? 65%?
The play-in to get in, so you're in a wild
So
card
it's a
spot.
one-and-done play-in
Yeah.
to this round 1 best of 3.
Yeah. Followed by
A conference semifinal one-and-done. To then go to a conference final one-and-done for then, obviously, the MLS Cup one-and-done. One and done. Here's a little mini tournament. One and done, one and done, one and done.
Get more games to the fans, I guess. I don't know. But if you're going to do a series, how about the rest of the world? How they have 2 legs,
Home and away.
right? Mind you, there are people out there. I mean, I brought my wife to a game and TFC lost but won against New York. And we moved on to the playoffs, and it took her the entire ride home to try and figure out how you can lose a game and move on. But, I mean, it takes exposure to learn it.
So, basically, with exactly what you just said, so is MLS only catering to the North American
Stylized,
sports,
the westernized sporting?
Yeah, but if you're going to go in, go all in.
Especially when
cut the season down, because obviously it means nothing to a North American fan, and I don't say that to all North American fans at all.
Yeah.
It's just throwing a mini tournament. It's not even a mini tournament, but throwing a best of 3 in the mix, either home and away all the way through, or what is as much as I dislike one and done all the way through. What I didn't read in the release about the playoffs, which I am curious about, is what they did last year, and I think the year before, which I do not know how any ownership of any team agreed to this, was only the top seeded teams got home playoff games.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you earned it, but I mean...
That's what the regular season's for.
Just for
your
playoff.
home game. Yeah.
I see. I'm a fan of the Supporter Shield, but it's just getting thinner and thinner in viability as the league grows, and you don't get to see the teams play. Like some teams will not play another team, let alone just once.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to do some sort of I don't know, maybe your East and your West play separately throughout the whole, or you have some sort of relegation, right? So you're still only going to see certain teams, but at least they're going to be on a rotation. You're not going to...
If you're a day one fan of this league, and let's take Toronto FC, 2007, and you get to see LA Galaxy. And at that time, Beckham was in the world, coming in and stuff. And then you got to see every team play at your home pitch. And as the years have gone by, it hasn't been happening. So they're taking away experiences, in
For the
my
fans.
mind.
Oh, yeah. How many people can say their first TFC game Beckham was at? Right?
Well, he wouldn't have been at those ones, but what I'm just saying is, well, my other half gets to say the first TFC game she saw was at Beckham, and it was at the Sky Dome. That's right, Sky Dome.
But, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe it works out. It can't all be negative. Somebody had to think it was a good idea, and somebody else had to say, yes, that is. So maybe it'll work out.
That just sounds like a money grab to me, which is fine. It needs to make money. The owners need to get asses in the seats, and that 3 games, you're going to get at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we hope MLS will put out all games will be at the higher seed fucking place.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, but that also comes to thinking you've now extended the playoffs, which is now more games, possibly more games for some teams. Well, for 18 teams, the possibility is there. It also, you add in this, what's it called, the Leagues Cup, where we just stop our season for a month and
go to town with Mexico.
Not in Mexico.
No.
Again, it sounds like another money grab. There's enough Mexican fans and Mexican heritage in the U.S. that it will make money. The only reason there's games outside of the U.S. is because there's 3 Canadian teams and they have to placate us a little. But that's more games. And if you go far in it,
then
it can add up.
It can definitely add up.
If you're a team doing well throughout the league and you're able to be in the CONCACAF Champions League, there's more games. And then you have your national, like for the Open, the U.S. Open in the U.S. and the Voyageurs Cup in Canada. There's more games. But I look at our bench and it's not just a Toronto FC thing, it's a cap issue thing for me, is if you're going to make these teams play more games, which they are doing, you need to raise the cap a lot more so that there's more depth on the bench, so that before the injury happens, you can give a player a rest, as opposed to we're fighting for something, we're not giving you the rest, and we lost you for a month, maybe more, because you injured yourself out of exertion and just too much, or just an injury.
Well, that's like what happened in 2017, 2018. Toronto played so much ball, there was almost no break in that winter time.
Yeah.
And you could see it on the pitch, the wear of the pitch. There was sand on the pitch.
Colored sand.
Yeah, it was like a high school pitch out there. And players were getting injured. Players were complaining about the quality of the pitch they were playing on, and it became a hazard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for watching more and more soccer, but I mean, at some point, there's going to be so much that it's just not going to be. I mean, how many leg injuries does Toronto have without playing all those games? Look at last season; it was the season of.
Well, that's exactly it in my mind. Is we definitely need to raise the cap. The fresh money from Apple TV, which some people are saying that's part of the new playoff format, it was asked for or part of the agreement with Apple TV to for the next 10 years, and they put in a lot of money, but I'm not seeing that money being added to the cap. No, and I know you can't raise the cap instantly stupid amounts, but when some teams are getting rid of players so that they can bring in or get under a cap, it's going to affect past your starting 11. Every team hopes to have a really great starting 11.
Including 3 DPs.
Well, you know, and this is the funny thing. You'd think MLSE has enough money. We haven't been with wow, you squirreled me right over. You squirreled me right into the no third DP, which we haven't had for years, and it's not like the ownership of this team doesn't have the money, or why haven't we found it, or what are we waiting for?
Well, you know what? The season hasn't begun. There's still plenty of ball to be played, right? You never know. The one thing is, though, this whole Apple TV thing like you brought up.
Oh, you're going there.
Oh, man.
You're actually going to do that?
Am I allowed to go there?
You're going to go there.
Not a fan.
Okay.
Not a fan.
Talk to me.
I'm going to say, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm going to say the people that are the happiest are the ones that already have your Apple products and already have the Apple TV because, hey, now they have another thing included with their bundle, which is good.
No, correction, because I am one of those guys who, I mean, my
You're in the
whole-
blue bubble.
Yeah. I'm in the Apple universe. It's not included.
No, but...
It's only included with my season seats.
Right. But you do have the Apple TV already set and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but anyone can download
You're
the
right.
app.
But I'm not going to download the app just for that. I already have my streaming services. I already have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know. There's a new streaming service every month.
But that's exactly where we're all going, and it sucks.
But you know what's going to be funny about that is in a couple years, people are going to say, man, I'm really tired of getting all these bills and paying all these different places. If there was only one spot, I could go here and get all my streaming services and pay to this one thing. We already have it. It's called cable and satellite. They all have their own on-demand. They all do their own broadcasting. And it's already there, right? Now, I don't know. It's just another thing,
See, you're a sports fan in general.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just a Toronto FC fan. You love sports.
Yep.
Okay. Baseball.
So, those Jays games that were on Apple TV, just didn't watch. I went and did other things.
But then there's also baseball games on other streaming services,
Mm-hmm.
plus the games that are on cable.
But that's what I'm saying. So,
Here's where I'm going.
okay.
All right, just to,
Uh-huh.
at least MLS is all games, no blackouts, anywhere in the world, on one streaming service.
So, they have the MLS Pass as well, right? So that's the kind of like your NHL Center Ice and all that stuff, I'm pretty sure, right? So you got your two different broadcasting in Apple Plus and your MLS Pass, unless that's all the same thing, and I haven't, so it's two different things, right?
You have done no research because you are so anti-Apple Plus. Or sorry, Apple TV. It is one pass,
So this is good,
one payment.
because I can't get a story straight finding my own way, so this is good.
All right. So all you have to do, how are we going to do this show if you're not watching 3/4 of the bloody games? Because I was told that in Canada, locally, we're getting 10 games on the sports network, TSN.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 24 more games, not including what we've talked about, Leagues Cup, Voyageurs Cup, which also scares me. Where are we watching Voyageurs Cup? Because that's not going to be on Apple TV.
One soccer? That.
Probably, yeah. Another.
So there's another that
right?
I have that I'm paying
know.
into. Like, come on. I thought soccer was for everybody, right?
If you pay.
Yeah, soccer's for everybody that has Apple Plus.
If you get the MLS Pass, that's what will be on your Apple TV app.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay for any other subscriptions, and you will get every team, every game. You're on vacation, and you go to Europe, and you have your phone or your tablet or a computer with you, you can watch the game.
Okay.
Not like when I've gone to England in the middle of the season and have to miss that one game, and there I am fighting with VPNs and everything I have to watch my team play. Dude, crossover. This is your team.
Crossover. The only Apple I have, I had for lunch today.
And you still only took one bite out, like the logo, and left it in your truck.
That's it, right? So, I don't know.
This is what preseason is, right? Talking about nothing.
Yeah.
Because nothing's happened.
Nothing's set yet.
Many
We'll
signings, many people released. The new Apple TV deal, jerseys nobody likes, and
Like I said, maybe you know what, it'll all grow on us. Maybe it's better than we're thinking right now, and you never know.
oh, I'm hoping for the best. This is my team. I I have a friend who's got some good money bet on them to win it all because Vegas gave us horrible odds.
So there you go.
And yeah, I'm there, win or lose. I'm going to cry. I'm going to bitch. What do they call that? Oh, I'm a fan.
There you go.
And that's
You're
all
a
that
fan.
matters. Come on, you Onyxes!
Look for a new podcast. Come on, the Onyx we see.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Probably should have